Hello there, adorable internet and you super creatures of the beyond. Welcome to the Christmas special numero dos of the freeze. Tres, I mean, of course. So you might be wondering, where the hell are we right here, huh? Well, I went back to the compound in the upper Underrail where we were previously before the expedition. And there was this silly little crate here that we couldn't reach. Well, even if you can't reach the crate, you still have a waterproof bag here with some items in it. Or maybe I dropped those, I can't even remember. Anyway, in order to reach this, we need agility 12. But here, to jump to here, we'll need agility 14. So right now, we have agility 11. And you would be saying, well, you silly panda, how are you going to reach 14? Since the drugs only offers us +2. Ah, but my dear creature of the beyond, you have forgotten that we have a cave hopper stake. The only problem is this. We got to jump really, really fast. Because we have 20 seconds. We're gonna look what we've got afterwards. Otherwise we're gonna get stuck there. So yeah, this one is... Well, I think we can also jump normally. But... yeah, I wouldn't test this to the limit. Anyway, so we've got this grenade launcher frame Tsar. This frame is used to create the 25mm Tsar model box magazine grenade launcher. A thin grenade case, non-relevant, and these ones are non-relevant as well. But I haven't came back all the way only for this, and I'll show you why. Well, this one was my curiosity. The reality is, I've also opened this door, but it only had like random stuff in it, nothing important. What is important is us getting back to the room where we have equipped our suit. And you might wonder why. Oh, wasn't this the one? Oh Jesus, go back, go back, go back. We almost got caught. The patrol is still there in front. Ah! I constantly forget about that thing. Constantly. Okay, so we're going here. No, it's not here. Damn it, it's so annoying. These rooms are so like... It's here. Here. Going through this door. And if we go over here, I was like, huh, I wonder what will happen if we go at the exoskeleton assembly. Please step on the okay, face the machine. Template detected this is us, but exoskeleton suits already registered to this body template. And we can hack it. I don't know how much hacking you need. Unregister current exoskeleton suit. Ta-da! And we can get a new one. We can get this one, for example. Assemble the exoskeleton. I think you need to drop it from the inventory so it doesn't... Or I don't know, we will see. Look at that beauty. Oh jeez, we look so freaking awesome. We look like a mech machine. Okay, so I'm just gonna... How heavy is this? Doesn't really say, to be honest. I think there's too much information that the weight is out of the... Well, whatever. I'm gonna just drop it down here. Place the machine, hack it again. Let's get this other one. Assemble. No, but we can only get one of each. But we can get it, right? Look at this fantastic thing. It looks so freaking awesome. And one more. No exoskeleton suitable at the moment. What? Please load components into the assembler before proceeding. What components? What assembler? Well, I don't care about the other one. These two were the important ones, you know. Maybe we need to put something in the assembly line. Well, that kind of makes me curious. Let's have a look at the assembly line. But then again, what the hell do we need to put in the assembly line? Yeah, don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm just passing through. Well, let's just give a save over here and we can sod off through the exit when we need it. So the assembler should be over here. Let me just go around in case the doggo is over there. But the assembler does seem to have stuff on it, doesn't it? Yeah, this I think they don't spawn anymore once you eliminate them all. Oh, what the hell? We haven't been through here, have we? Let's go back. The hell is that though? I think this is the assembly, right? But it's... Okay, let's try one more time. Kind of curious, can you go through that door? That door wasn't even on the menu. What? Oh no, it's closed. So how the hell do you get there? Interesting. Wait, I have a curiosity now. Because I think there is another exit somewhere. Yeah, here. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Silly little lasers, you're not gonna trick me again. Oh, there we go. Shaft. Oh, the gate controls. Ah, there we go. So what the hell were you talking about assembly line? What do you want to do on the assembly line? I wouldn't even know what to put on it. There is one more door. Well, two actually. I don't know if this counts as door as well. Oh, maybe it does. But since we cannot open it. 18! Jeez Louise. So yeah, there are some secrets that we cannot unlock unfortunately, but well, it is what it is. Now let's see. If we go here. Please load components into the assembler before proceeding. I probably need some more extra components in here, which nobody can give it to him. Blah 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 blah. It is what it is. And the other assemblers don't seem to work. But still, I'll take this as a win. Let's get the hell out of here. I think we did quite well. Quite well indeed. Let's pop out. I might keep one of those drugs on us, just in case. So now we have to go over here. And right here in the corner, where I couldn't have seen it for the life of me, is the beautiful stuff that we need to go. Let's go and deposit some stuff into our thingy. So I definitely do not need all of this extra stuff. This for now I'm gonna put them in the correct place. Why are they still on us? Ah, actually I've picked up these things, and I've also picked up one of these. We can sell this. I'm gonna put this one in here. We don't need this one or this one. Let's go to SGS. Where is SGS? I'm gonna put those really quick into our beautiful little thing of collectibles. And I know I could have gone to the house and put it into another shelf and blah blah blah, but I like this GS house much better. I don't know. It's my favorite spot for some reason. Where did I put the other exoskeleton, I wonder? Oh, it's over here. Jeez, you have too much text sometimes. I'm just gonna put this one something like this. Still, powerful stuff. This shelf is one of the most valuable things in the entire Underrail. If somebody finds it by mistake and steals from it, I'm gonna destroy the entire Underrail to find the guy. Or the girl. Or the hopper, who knows? Hoppers can be sneaky bastards. And now, let's change into something more comfortable. Up. And what else? Up. We're gonna jump in. Here. Also, I got a different jackhammer because it was so silly and cheap. Okay, now is the time of truth. Nobody's attacking me. Good. Let's sell some stuff. Oh, they're arguing. They seem to be having another discussion and are unaware of your presence. Excuse me for... No, just listen on the conversation. It's much more fun this way. Tone, you mentioned you had a sister. Yes, Lily, my little sis. There were 6 of us. But by the time I was 13, only Lily and me were still alive. She was barely 3 then, so she doesn't remember the rest of the siblings. I'm sorry to hear that. I've read that child mortality is high here in the south. You betcha. That's the reason moms here pump out so many kids, unlike yours, which are done after 1 or 2. Then it's legs closed and he switches to Felesto voice. Get your filth hands over me, zoner. Well, Northumberland has much better living conditions, so it's likely that all of our children will reach reproductive age, hence the smaller number of children per family. Here, it's obviously different. But that is why our kids grow up hardcore. Life here ain't free. You gotta earn it, work for it, dominate it. Yeah, yeah. Survive. Survival of the hardcorest. And you get wimps because they get life for free. I beg the difference, but let's not get into that. Do you keep in touch with Lily? Yeah, we see each other from time to time. She's high profile road grinder, so she's busy. She's a busy girl. Road grinder? Constructive work? Construction work? No, mate. No, man, no. She grinds roads. She's a hooker. Zone me out and spit on my corpse. Do you not have prostitutes in North Underrail? Not in this, but nonetheless, how could I have known what the word means, Stone? It's your stupid slang. Hey, I could hook you up with her once we're back in Core City. You look like you could use someone dominating your road real good. Yeah, baby. I'll even arrange for a discount, only for the best of my pals. Damn it, Tone, you're insane. I'm married. Oh, you're gonna forget your marriage after my little sis and her massive tone. Listen, you wimp, Lily ain't no cheap scam. Oh, I'm married, you fool. See this ring? Where I'm from, this means I love my wife. You northerner and your stupid rings. You're a man, and you have a man's needs and a rod. And Mary Ann ain't here. It's Maria. There you go. You're already forgotten her name. Oh, I love this conversation. No. It's you who remember it wrong. Damn it, I'm not having intercourse with your sister. Boy, intercourse, la-di-da, ain't no we polite. At least you didn't say rub our bodies romantically against one another. It's dominating grinding, man. Say it. He sighs. Can we change the topic? Ah, no. Not while you're feeling this uncomf. Eros, you're here. What do you need? Saved by the bell. Oh, I wanted to speak with you, Tony. Oh, that was so awesome. How can you boast about your sister being a prostitute? Hey, Lily ain't no disease-ridden zoner grinder. She's got standards. She's got the looks and the charm, and that's why my sweet little sis lives a better pipe-working life than me. Got this nice place in Core City, food, water, fine clothes, coin, while I'm here sweating my ass with all of you people. It's just good old grinding anyway. The fun stuff. She ain't getting beaten up or asked to eat 5 raw hoppers in a single go. I ain't worried about her. She's doing hardcore. Hell, if I had her boosomage, yeah, bet I'd be monetizing those babies as well. But alas, all I got is it's a hairy lady's chest. Ladish chest. Yeah, interesting. Okay, let's see if we can sell some stuff. And do you have anything for me? Not at the moment. Their conversations are the best, I swear. Okie dokie. La-di-da. Let me equip my little paw back. Powdy pow pow. The snakes are really cool to farm if you need their skin, their pelts. Very powerful stuff. You can do some very amazing things. But oh, this is the key to our thing. And I also, in the meantime, I also discovered how to freaking read where we are. We are in D5. Next is going to be E5 if I remember correctly. We just need to look at the bottom here when we scroll over. It's C5, sorry, not E5. So, scare me, you little bastards. So the numbers are from east to west, and the letters are from north to south. I just remembered it wrong. So right now we are in A5. Anyway, actually let's go. Can we land anywhere here? Yeah, we can. Actually don't even need to do anything, I can just auto-land automatically. Auto-land automatically, if you can remember those words. Oh shoot, I knew I forgotten something. So, we can also right-click it and see what we have inside. I'm gonna take this. And let's see what's behind. Oh, I knew there was somebody. Oh shoot, they hit like bastards. That's a problem. That is indeed a problem, isn't it? Ferryman. Oh my god, we really want to talk to him. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we definitely want to talk to a ferryman. Ferryman is just very interesting. I'm so lucky I bumped into him. A ferry rests lightly on the water, gently swaying from left to right. On its deck, a man, old in appearance, but appearance only. He is walking up and down the deck, busily moving and sorting some kind of scavenged junk, and at the same time displaying swiftness and strength rarely seen in people of his age. And everywhere he goes, he is being followed by a trail of smoke borne from his pipe. Who goes there? He says just before introducing you to his shotgun. A potential pellet recipient, sorry. Intimidate. You put this weapon down, old man. It's better for your health. Invictus. I mean no harm, I just want to talk. You enthusiast into an euthanizer or your your euthanizer, old man attack. Yeah, let's not do that. We're not rude. Oh, sorry for bothering you. I'm gonna go. Let's go with the first one, intelligence. Those are witty. Those who are witty at gunpoint have stared down plenty of gun barrels, both as friends and as foes. Which one are you? I mean, you know harm, I just wanna talk. That's what they all say. Wait. Smoke erupts towards you, but not from the barrel of his shotgun. It obscures the lower part of his face. Everything below the nose, except for his lit end of the pipe above his eye, still stare at you. He lowers his gun and grabs his pipe with his left hand. The glow in the pipe intensifies, while the glow in his eyes subsides. His smile is slight, but he is quick to wipe it off of his face. Fine, fine, I won't blow your head clean off. But I'm not interested in talking to you either. I gotta move out soon. However, I got some scavenge material if you're interested in a trade. That much time I do have, he nods. That much time I do have. I'll take a look at what you got, but first tell me where to find you. Maybe next time you'll feel a bit more talkative. He throws another smoke from his pipe and unleashes it upward. You know what? You newcomers really are a persistent bunch. I might actually need to start disappearing. Hot lead if I'm dispersing hot lead if I'm to keep you at bay. I don't know where I'll be next. If you need my help that much, find me or don't. He blows some smoke right beside your face. Well, now, here's what I've scavenged just before you came. Persuade. You want nothing to do with us, and that is understandable, but we are not leaving until we're done here. So the sooner we do that, the sooner you're going to see our backs. So please, would you mind postponing your next trip just a little bit and answer a few of my questions? He draws another smoke from his pipe, staring at you. Fine, fine, ask your stupid questions then. So what do you? I think he will answer a few questions. So you need to kind of find him again and ask new questions and so on. So let's be sneaky about it. What do you do with the more interesting things you find, like artifacts and various other oddities? Are you willing to trade them too? No. He blows some smoke upwards and takes a deep, calm breath. Where are you headed next? This crane of yours. Hey, do you have some kind of two-way radio on the boat? Do you have any spare tobacco or cigarettes or cigars? Ah, interesting. Let's go with the first one. Hey, do you have some kind of two-way radio on the boat? No. Is there some other way I can communicate with you? I don't want anyone bothering me. Let's discuss something else then. Fine. What about the tobacco thing? Nope. He blows some smoke upwards and takes a deep, calm breath. It's not very talkative. This crane of yours. He looks towards it. What about it? And lowers his head. I'm guessing you're using it to scavenge stuff out of the sea, right? Yes. And generally lifting stuff in and out of the boat. Looks pretty powerful. It's the heaviest thing it can lift. You got something in mind? No, just asking. The crane is technically overpowered for this boat, as I don't have enough counterweight to use it at its full potential. Regardless of that, lifting, let's say he looks at the crane and slightly tilts his head from left to right a couple of times, 10 to 15 tons load in general safe if it's done close to the boat. I'll keep that in mind. That's a very useful information, I suppose. Don't get any ideas. He puffs his smoke. I'd like to know more about the factions here. Let's ask a few questions about the Black Sea. What makes you think I'd answer your question? I'll just ask and see what happens. You seem like a talkative guy because you're a helping man and a decent thing to do. Gut feeling. Really? Then ask, what can you tell me about the local wildlife? There is only one thing you need to know. Everything here is out to get you. Everything. The solution is to either leave the Black Sea or grow extra pairs of eyes and ears. He draws on his pipe and exhales soon after. I'm interested in the general geography of this place. There's a lot one can say about this place. A lot. But I'm not willing to talk about it at length, so I'll keep it brief. The central area is where the expedition camp is located. The Pirate Bay occupies the southern eastern part of the cavern, while everything to the north is stormy barren territory. Stormy barren. The eastern section of the cavern is made of basalt rock and is just as lively as the rest of the cavern. That's where the greyers and the fetid marsh are as well. Areas you'd best avoid altogether, to the east, all the way. This place seems to have very rich and diverse flora. Where do I look for some of the more useful species of plants and fungus? There are a variety of species here. The more abundant are by far the water reeds, but there ain't much you can extract from them. The honey stalk's fruit contains useful chemicals and are also deceitfully tempting to eat, and you'd resist the urge if you value your life. You take a draw of he takes a draw of the exhale and exhales the smoke. Green warts too. This can be found all over the cavern, but are most abundant in most dangerous places like the Fetid Marsh and the surrounding area. All Stormy Baron territories. Aha. How do you know about the history of this place? About NFT? How much do you know? The facilities of the NFT? Little. He stares into the sea, appearing as though he's looking straight through the surface. And it doesn't matter anyway. Tell me about the Greyers. Gazers. Greyers. What the hell? My poor eyes. Geysers. They're in the northeastern corner of the Black Sea. That's the basalt region. You'll know you're near when your ground turns all muddy and covered with lumps of salt. Much like the rest of the Black Sea ain't hospitable area, the stem gushing out of the hot springs can cause blisters and at great distances, and the only terrestrial residents there are crabs which have adapted to such extreme heat. He pauses, contemplating and shaking his head. Not even such conditions prevent them from building their facilities there. No. What can you tell me about the Fetid Marsh? The marsh covers the eastern area of the Black Sea, situated inside the basalt cave system, and is the breeding nest of locusts, serpents, and other things. Puffs the smoke. The pirates go there to hunt and collect various ingredients, the stormy barons as well. Those who have gone deep into the marsh and made it back in one piece spoke of seeing broken down mining equipment, machinery, and carts containing ore of various shades of green. Oh, stone, green stone, that's an interesting thing. Stormy Baron territory, what can you tell me about it? The northern part of the sea, land, water, and air, all of it has been claimed by the Stormy Baron, all of it. From the western cavern to the geysers to the east, and everything in between, kid. And they guard it with unyielding fervor. I'd like to ask about their society. The Stormy Baron? He puffs smoke. Who are they? They are the Stormy Barons, the Serpent-born. We should keep this in mind, Serpent-born. They are a tribe of proud, strong warriors, intolerant of weakness and fear and outsiders, and what they represent. These serpent-filled waters they deem sacred, and they'll punish everyone unworthy of entering them by spilling their guts for their very same serpents to feast on. Or worse. As we saw on their boats, they do have serpent heads on them. Keep that in mind, kid. Where did they come from? We all come from some place, kid, the same place, but here, in the caverns, they precede you and me, and perhaps even the Muti community. For all I know, they could have been here since even before those who built these new ruined structures around us. The lives they lead, the values they hold, the things they believe in, it keeps them in this place for a long time, and I'm sure of. But they strive towards the deep, murky waters. They strive. What territories do they control? The entire northern part of the sea, land, blah blah blah, to the pool east, sands of the west. He puffs some smoke. Many villages, many stormy barons, many. But they rarely move south past the sea midline. They do this only in the direst of time, like during great floods, or to fight off invaders, like the expedition. That's the reason pirates and muties are able to live so close by. Occasionally, Stormy Baron outcasts sail south too, they got them. But they never leave the Black Sea. instead roaming till the Hellgut finally swallows them. Oh, that's an interesting aspect. What can you tell me about their way of life? They lead simple, primitive lives focused on things that to them matter the most. They hunt, they grow livestock, hone their skills and crafts, practice their beliefs, and defend what is theirs. They are in tune with their environment, and even though high technology surrounds them from their birth till their death, they do not employ it. It is as though they recognize these ruins as a monument of decadence. Whatever the reason may be, kid, one thing is certain: everything they do emerges from and is guided by their worship of the serpent, Float, Flotsomir, Flotsormir, 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 Flotsormir. Interesting. Tell me more about this Flotsormir guy. You're asking too many questions. Well, I'm curious. He puffs some smoke. Ah. He doesn't want to talk anymore, I suppose. What's your opinion on the Aegis Incorporated? He shakes his head. You dislike them? I dislike them. I dislike them for their arrogance, but I also pity them, kid. I pity the fools. I do. He puffs the smoke. Some things you should just leave be. They don't know their place. They don't. What can you tell me about the muties? He takes a deep breath. Not much to say about them. Sad creatures, burdened by one of the worst things science and logic have produced. Their perseverance, be it driven by reason, hope, or impulse alone, is something deserving of great respect. He puffs some smoke. And respect I've provided. I am the only one they allow near. The pirates, tell me about them. The Grim Jetters, what can you tell me about them? The Black Sea has been the refuge of generations upon generations of pirate crew. They come with the flow and disappear with the ebb, leaving but a few stranglers to wait for the next flow. The Grim Jetters are by far the largest, most successful crew yet, but when will their ebb come? He puffs some smoke. Yes, I've seen many crews in my lifetime, yet nothing has changed. All the Grim Jetters. What about them? What territories do they control? The Pirate Bay, he takes a long draw and continues. Southern waters and eastern. Basaltic shores, Port Seto and Port Crag. These are their largest bases, respectively, with various outposts scattered in between. The Grim Jetters don't tolerate visitors, but they aren't. But there's a chance they'll give you a warning if you sail too close. But it all depends, kid. It all depends. What is your relationship with them? They don't bother me except for an occasional seeking to prove something, but those I deal with easily. He puffs some smoke. I often come to Port Seto to trade the things I find from the things I need. Beyond that, little. Okay, and one more question about the Sormi Baron. Flotsomir, can you tell me something? You're asking. Oh, he doesn't want to talk anymore. Okay, I'd like to ask something else. Where are you heading next? Doesn't concern you. You puff some smoke. Who are you? I'm the ferryman. Ain't it obvious? Can I ask a few personal questions? Forget about it, kid. There's nothing to talk about. Okay, let's just barter. But eventually we will meet him and... Great Siphoner leather. Oh, that's a very powerful one. That's nice. But I'm not gonna stick. I'm gonna stick to the hopper leather for us. Hmm. I don't know, maybe I'll just buy 3 things like this. And I have a... Let's take this as well. I don't know, maybe we will need it. He also sells TNT. Minigun motor long game. We don't care about that. So far, so good. I think we'll deal with what we have. I could sell you this. I don't need it. Okay, we'll come back here soon enough. I just need to... Okay, let's place this and this. And let's place some of this as well. Durability, energy, weight. I think it has a limit to the weight, which can't go past 148. It's like basically the inventory carry weight. Now, for now, we'll leave him be. And we'll come back here and see what we can do about it. But we're interested... I forgot where we were. We were in B6, I suppose. Now, we're interested in stopping over here. Now, if I'm invisible, and if I dig this, do I go out of invisibility? Oh, I didn't take the jackhammer. Jackhammer. Okay, let's see. 5. Bam. Now the snails. Ah, yeah, I do get out of invisibility. Let's let me put my low frequency emitter. Oh, I still get stunned? Or I will get stunned, I don't know. Jeez, you hit like a truck. Okay, good enough for me. Let's charge. Let's also heal a little bit more. Okay, let's look at your body. So, biology... I'm gonna take this and this. You should have some oddities on you from time to time, shouldn't you? Okay, we save, and now we just dig our way through. Now, what do we have here? A pool? Caviars. Let me just save. In case there's something around the corner. Oh, caviars. We love caviars. We love caviars quite a lot, don't we? Pool. The water is clear. You can distinctly see several large underwater passages branching out in various directions, and because of the way the glowing algae illuminates their entrance, it almost appears as though these natural lights were deliberately placed there. Additionally, by observing the fast-moving particles disappearing into one of these passages, it is plain to you that there is a strong current carrying them. Jump into the pool. What's the worst that can happen, huh? Where the hell are we? Like really, where are we? Ah, we can return back. That's nice. Let's slowly go around and see what's happening here. Oh, the Psy crabs. These bastards are a pain. Wait, 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 wait. Calm your tits. Don't be so ready to attack. Yeah, these guys are a pain to deal with. Not impossible, but quite tedious. Hey, 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 hey! Keep your distance. Okay, let's try to get one of you. I don't care. What? Oh shoot! He has a very powerful carapace. Ah, shoot. Now that's what I don't like about the side crabs. Okay, okay. Should be alright. Maybe I should get rid of you. Let's get out of sight. Oh! Can you stop that, you bastard? Okay, now you're burning. Run, little one, run! Ah, you don't have anywhere to run, do you? Jeez, we're doing so little damage. Let's try to burn him one more time. Well, can't say I didn't try. Yeah. Oh. Never mind. We crisped him. So we're not doing very good against these bastards. Although we could make some interesting... what's this? Psy crab? Hippocampus. A part of the Psy crab brain that contains some essential psionic chemicals. It will never hatch. Egg extract from one of the dead mutant crustacean. I don't know how to pronounce it. This is for psi stuff. Stuff that we do not need. Let's recharge our thingy. Quite powerful, these bastards. Oh, nice. 106, not bad, not bad. We already have a bunch of these things all over, but again, good enough. I'm not sure if it's gonna take us back or to another place. Oh, just the current carries you all the way to the sea. And there we go, we're back here. That's nice. We should explore a little. Remove the fog of war. Okay, now we can go back to the muties. And let us just explore a bit more around. Now this, as you can see, the ferryman is gone. This place... it does have more than meets the eye, because it's an island separated in two. We can still go around and explore a bit more. There is another way to just... oh, we can jump here. There is a ventilation unit. Interesting. Interesting. Duke and Max. Exiled Muti. Aha. They're kind of on the edge. They don't really like us much, do they? Let's just park over here. Can get back, right? Yeah, I suppose we can. Let's see. What do we have in this crate? I suppose nothing. It's abandoned on the shore. Now, maybe we would be able to go all the way to the back there. That was an interesting thing. Before I even start talking to these guys. Because there will be quite a few conversations here, I suppose. Ventilation. I don't think we can go in. This ventilation unit grill has been punctured, and a hole is more than large enough for you to go through. The fan inside has been motionless for decades, if no more, judging by the thick coating of green muck. Climb through the ventilation shaft. Jump down. I don't think I want to jump down. Oh, we're in a restricted area. Interesting. So far, nothing of interest. Yeah, I'll take that. Oh. Oh, sorry. I need to select this. Hack it. Don't you look at me. Okay, things that I do not need. I mean, yeah, sure, we can sell them, but I have so much to sell. Nothing of interest either. I'm gonna stop getting those things. Look down. It's quite a big drop. Jumping down will be highly dangerous. But jump. Ow! Yeah, it seems like that was a very smart idea on my side. I suppose you can jump here if you have like high constitution and stuff. And that's a way to avoid talking to the muties. Can I open this door? Of course not. But at least we got a sneak peek inside, so... Hey, don't you be watching me. So that's another way if you have the ability to go in through. Maxi boy! Can I talk to the doggy? Woof! Wheeze. Woof whiz? He's the wheezer. Exile muted guard. The mutie sneers at your side before taking a steady aim at your head. He spits aside and snarls his words out of his mouth. Moldy breath quickly concentrates the air between the two of you. What do you want? Whiz, speak, huh? Or I'll whiz turn your dead. I want inside. Stink breath, let me pass. No. What is this place? We live here. What's it to you? Well, I would like to enter. Can you let me in? Why? Who are you? There's a lot of folk roaming about the sea nowadays. I'm Eros from the south. I'm Eros, Aegis Incorporated. They don't care about the other answers, obviously. The newcomers? I thought you guys left, so why do you want in, newcomer? There are some important things I want to discuss with whomever is in charge of this place. He eyes you briefly before lowering his weapon to the chest height, but still keeping it pointed at you. He spits aside again before talking. Weasley? He's our leader. It's him you want to talk to, but I still ain't sure you should be let in. See, we got a lot of folks hating on us because of our condition. Wouldn't wanna let you just about anybody inside, you know? It's dangerous, you know? Especially now. Intelligence, don't you understand? The gratuitous contrametulation is looming and this conversation is taking away precious time. No. Persuade, considering the importance of the matter I want to discuss with your leader, it would be more dangerous for you not to let me in. These waters are turning more and more perilous, and I think you people would want to know more about what's going on. What does one need to do to show that we come in good intentions? So if you don't have the persuasion, you can do some side things such getting the medicine and so on, but that's a little bit of back and forth between the two places. His eyebrows rise a bit and his face relaxes. That important, huh? Well, alright, go straight through the hall and down by the stairs. Then stairs again into the big room right past Doc. Weasley's there. And don't try anything crooked, okay? We're armed, okay? Okay, see you later. Or, okay, got it. I wanted to see the exiled mute if he says, no. She said, okay. Let's go inside. So we have a bunch of people here. Exiled Mutie. We have Frank, Mutie Chef, Eustace. They have a garbage bin here. Interesting. And they are indeed armed. Who are you? This is a guard. I'm just looking for the named ones. Okay, let's go talk to Eustace. Wesley's downstairs, straight then down to the stairs down there. Okay, the Mutie Chef. Hey, his breath smells like a brew that had been fermented in dirty socks. What do you want? Can I ask you a few questions? No. Ain't you supposed to be doing something else? Yeah, you know it. Bye. And Frank? The towering monstrosity slowly turns to discover you with its uncoordinated eyes. There is no immediate reaction to your presence, but as the creature begins inquisitively tilting its head from one side to the other, you notice its face slowly morphing into a series of different unclear expressions, yet no matter how many of them come and go, none of them abandons the realm of misery and vacuousness. It finds your lack of odious growth uncanny. The conclusion you reach the moment it looks at its own for reference. The creature then tries to touch you with one of its freakish fingers. Let it touch you. It prouds you for a few times in places where growth exists on it, but not on you. Once rather sharply and intensively even, but then it lowers its arm, none of its fingers showing on its face, before gawking at you for a few more moments. It doesn't take long, however, for it to lose its interest in you and turns its attention to something else. The liquid content of its filthy barrel inviting only to those who with an unwholesome palate. It's a strange act of awareness. It addresses you with a few words while unleashing a strong sulfuric breath upon you, like that of a rotten egg whisked, whisked in a toilet bowl. Oh god. Frank want it. You leave Frank eat. Frank mad if stomach empty. Frank. The creature turns away from you. The conversation appears to be over. Well, Frank, nice to meet you. So we should go down here, I suppose. I discovered the ventilation shaft. Oh, we can't use this door. And I suppose this also falls down. I wonder. Let's just try it. Just for fun. Ah, it's locked. Ah, well, wait. I can unlock it. This one has 15. Or more than 15, actually. Great. Oh, muty fingers. This finger was already stitched multiple times. And the nail is nailed. Oh god. Let's take it though. It's quite a big drop. Jumping down here might... Yeah, I think jumping from here is instant death, actually. Crane. You see a rusted old crane, forgotten and alone, with its lifting hook dangling over the hole, like an arm of a corpse. The machine seems to have been used to move objects between this floor and the floors below, and whether the darkness at the bottom conceals perhaps is... You too could make some use of it. Try to use the crane. Press the button to lower the hook, nothing happens. Attempt to repair the crane with an advanced mechanical repair kit. You inspect the crane and discover that repairing it is feasible and requires nothing more than the contents of your repair kit, and your skilled hands take over and brings the dead machine back to life in a matter of minutes. Activate the crane. Press the button to lower the hook. Nothing. Press the button again, this time a little harder, and you witness the results of your work. The large gear slowly begins to turn and consequently grinding, sounding like the machine's very first breath in a long time. While the hook descends into the darkness, the gear stops after a while, and there is no more chain left on the pull. The chain seems relatively safe to use, as you don't see any major signs of weakness or erosion. Leave it be for now. What's this ventilation shaft? Oh, ventilation shaft in between this and this? That's cool. I didn't know that. So what happens if we try to go all the way down? Oh, there we go. Really awesome, really cool. But let's do this the normal way. So I suppose this is the alternative if we don't want to talk. There used to be an elevator, it seems. Dr. M. Okay, Dr. M, let's see what you have to say. We can't take... Ah, that's the second floor. Hey, this area is off limits, keep away. Yeah, I suppose we can't go in there, he's gonna notice us. Let's talk to the doctor though, I'm curious. A half-frozen face full of surprise and curiosity addresses you with a good half of its mouth. Simultaneously, a mild scent of stallness infiltrates your nose. Yes? Are you the doctor? I am the local physician, yes. I can treat your wounds if you're hurt. Can't say I'm 100%, so I could use some medical assistance. Just wanted to know if, in case I need it. He observes you for a moment. One eye moves up and down the center, then the other one follows the pattern, but with a slight delay. You don't see a lot of unaffected coming to us, so it's always good to be reminded of how we used to look. What drove you to come here, if I may ask? I'm looking for something and I was hoping I can find it in here. His eyes, one stuck in perpetual sorrow, the other burning with interest, prompting equal eyes. If you're looking for misery, then you've struck a gold, my friend. But if not, then I don't know of anything we have that could be of significance to you. What you see is what you get. Oh. Well, unless what? Nothing. You best speak with Weasley about this. That's something you're looking for. I will. Can I find him? Proceed straight into the big room in front of me. Just there's only one of us with gray hair. Don't let me keep you. See you later. I suppose this is the big room. What is in here though? There is a room. There is a door. Well, not very far from the next level up. Weasley, mutant Leslie. Woof. There's a safe. Some file cabinets. Okay, let's talk to it. Maybe. But I need to wait for this guy to leave. Curiously observes you. How about you curiously leave? Okay. And I put this like this, and let's see what happens if I go inside here. Obviously into silent mode. Power box. I suppose this stops the electricity everywhere, or it enables it. Power switch. Oh, or it stops it. Ah, damn it. Ah, I see. So this distracts the... I see what it does. It distracts the guard, so I can go in. Interesting. Anyway, what do we have on these shelves? I'll take that. I really like the power box. Looks really awesome. Power switch. Let's go. I'm curious what's on this side. I am just curious. 75. Dexterity 9. We don't have that. I think you don't mind. Okay, we got what we were interested in here. I'm not sure what's there. Or maybe it's the way we need to go down. Let's talk to Weasley. Weasley, the old muty gazes at you with distraught. I'm Weasley, stranger, and his aged voice grinds to a halt, turning into coughing, then into choking. His wrinkly eyes close, allowing you but a teardrop to leave one of his eyes as he hurriedly searches through his pockets. Odor of death fills the air, and then an unpleasant green substance begins dripping from the man's mouth. He finds and pulls out the handkerchief with a history. Various shades of green and red have been mixed so many times that the handkerchief is now mostly grayish brown. He spits into it, wipes his mouth with the cleanest edge, coughs a few more times, and proceeds. And I've been told you're coming. What do you want from us? I'm looking for dead bodies. The people who built this place were implanted with microchips that can be used to gain access to the rest of the facilities in the Black Sea. This is only one of the that is already accessible, so that is why I'm conducting my search here. He rolls the contents of his handkerchief, giving it one final squeeze before returning it to its pockets. And why do you want to open them? Intelligence, because we want to save whatever can be saved, no matter how much it has suffered at the hands of decay. Just like you're doing here with your people. Hmm. Ah, yes. If you had told me that 100 or even 50 years ago, those words would have resonated with me, I admit. Now, he shakes his head. But I see. What you people are doing here, you're just ostentatious grave robbers. Yeah, that's true. The serpentines are swarming like flies because of your intrusion. Most of the sea is theirs, you know. They have kept it. They have kept their distance from us since we came here. It's because of our condition. We think we aren't certain. What if us helping you changes that? What if they come for us? I don't wish to help you if it is all far too risky, and for many more reasons, he coughs. You're threatened to disturb many things we know little about. Um, it's not the serpentines you should be fearing, not their bolts and spears, but the hollow point rounds and high explosive shells, which of course you think will do more damage to the weak rotting flesh of yours. I will do what I came here to do right now, or after the rubble covering your corpses has been cleared. The choice is yours. I don't want to choose that. What if I can bring medication for your people? Why do you still clinch to life? You people are suffering. Look at yourself. Don't you want to end it? No, that's ugly. I'm gonna go with the medication thing. I will not be bribed by a handful of hypos and pills, even if we are always in need of those. It's not worth it. How about this? I can arrange for you to receive not only a large supply of medication, but also medical equipment that you would never be able to acquire yourself. All you have to do is let me search the place. The serpentines, whatever, will never even know I was here, and they are far too busy fighting our troops to notice anything else. How do I know you are telling me the truth? That is not just a deception. You'll have to trust me. He pauses. He then wipes his repulsive drool again with the same handkerchief, repeating the whole process and squishing a disgusting sound out of it before pocketing it. As he stares at you, all quiet, you see questions in his eyes that have many answers, but clearly not enough. So, you want those dead bodies that much? He does not have. He does not even let you answer. I accept. I feel you're telling the truth. Whether your reasons may be so, I will accept. I will let it happen. He hands you the key. Take this. It unlocks the way to the elevator. The point northwest. There are no bodies here or on the ground level above us, or this one, but below us there could be. We haven't been down there since we first arrived in the Black Sea, and I don't even remember what was down there. But it gave us a reason to stay away. I gave you the key and free passage. Before you go down there, speak to Dr. Marinov, Dr. M. He will tell you what we need. I have a few questions before I go. Knowing my luck, I think I'm for quite an encounter down there. See you later. Okay. Are you the oldest one here? Just be quick. Yes. Yes, I am. You don't seem to like us very much. You? Humans. Well, so we are not human according to you. You are... Do you think you are? Yes. What is human according to... is being according to you? Let's first see what human being is according to you. Answer me this. Is someone who decides to replace his body with artificial cybernetic components still human? I'm not talking just limbs and some organs. I mean the entire body, where the only organic thing remaining is the person's brain. Let's say, is that still a human being? Your question prompts him for a brief pause. Yes, using technology of that kind to replace most of the body does not diminish one's humanity. It might enhance certain aspects of it, but not necessarily take it away. This cyborg might be machine in body, but still human in mind. Oh, quite philosophical there. In a sense, many who would never see themselves as cyborg already are due to their minor augmentations or even just reliance on it extremely technologically. Okay, so may I assume that from your perspective you are like these cyborgs, some old brains but different, in your case you mean immensely deteriorated bodies? My answer would be the same, yes. If the brain remains human, then that being is still human. The thing is, most of your neighbors don't have the same old brain. Just because some of you have retained most of your cognitive faculties does not mean that everyone else did. In fact, most of you didn't. Combine this mental degradation with the philosophical ones, physiological ones, and tell me if you and I stand on equal ground. The more we diversify, the more narrow the exclusive the definition of humanity must become, because if we stretch it too far for everyone liking it, it's bound to break some point, and humanity itself with it. I understand what you mean, but I disagree. Ultimately, we, the affected, are different, but not that much. To be considered non-human, perhaps a different, and I'll even accept lesser in some cases, kind of subspecies of human, but non-human, we suffer. Violently coughs, interrupts him, forcing him to wipe off his oozing saliva after the whole ordeal. From a condition, basically, do ill people cease to be human even if their condition seems incurable? He coughs again, holding the handkerchief pressed against his lips. After calming down a bit, he continues, "But I understand your position again, and I'm not offended, for at least you have produced arguments, even if flawed. However, I am tired of talking. It's getting worse." He coughs. You are free to go as you will, but I will need rest. Get some rest. Goodbye. I think we can do better in that conversation, don't we? Let's go through this whole thing. Okay. Okay. Had a few questions. You. Okay. Okay, you don't like us. The unmutated, let's go with that one. Or outsiders, let's go with outsiders. It sounds a bit better. Or unmutated. Huh. Let's go with unmutated. We don't, for the most part. For the most part. Yes, while we have been slaughtered and banished from our former brethren for being like this and have avoided even despised others, he has shown us respect and desire for cooperation, the ferryman. I know him, I met him, but do go on. The ferryman, he sails across the Black Sea on his trusty ferry. He scavenges, searches, he is old, yet he doesn't fit him. He occasionally trades with us the things he has found in the sea. We are in good relations with him, and we have mutual respect for each other. How does he survive out there? The Serpentines leave him alone. He trades with the pirates, so they do not bother him. And the creatures that dare attack him, he blasts with his shotgun. We sometimes hear it roar in the distance as it spews pellets into the flesh of the beasts. Where can I find him? Ah, he sails around, never sticking to one place. No, but he does seem to have specific routes. He takes Eustace. He points to the ceiling. He does the trading with when the ferryman comes. Maybe he can tell you more. That's good information. Where did you come from? Junkyard. It still exists surprisingly, even after hundreds of years since we've left it. And to this day, the affected ones still live there. Yes, it's true, but how do you know? Some make it to us. Affected are all over Underrail, but this place is the safest for them currently. Few unaffected come here, but that seemed to have changed. And how do they find you? He coughs again. There are ways. There is help they could seek. The mutagen did not make us any less resourceful or any less. Anyway, you got your answer. How did you get here? He answers tentatively. By boats. We took them. No one would give or sell them to us. It was a large migration, so we had enough manpower to seize what we needed. Can you tell me more about the migration? I'd rather not talk about it. The details are very blurry, but the emotions are still strong. Please don't ask any further about our history. Were you always the leader of these affected ones? You could say that. I was not the oldest, but according to everyone else, or most, I was the wisest. Things simply happened. Everyone trusted me, and I'm glad I didn't let them down. Oh, that's nice. What is life like here? He frowns. Do not ask me questions like that. You saw it perfectly well on your way down. But we are safer here than our brothers and sisters are over there in Underrail. How do you all get to live this long? This is a question for Dr. M. Marinov. Ask him. He will explain it to you best. He's usually just outside of this room if you haven't seen him on your way in. What can you tell me about the Serpentines, and why do they call them like that? Do you call them like that? They are a tribal people. They have inhabited the Black Sea long before we came. They worship the serpents, make themselves appear in their image, though body modifications and rituals, they are serpentine. or like a serpent. That is why we call them serpentines. But I am too tired to talk about them. Ask Eustace instead. Oh, I see. Okay. We shall. Let's go talk to the doctor first. Dr. M. You're still with us. I'm Dr. Marinov, or Dr. M. Everybody here calls me. Eros, it's a pleasure to meet you, Doc. He extends his hand, clearly waiting for a handshake. Shake his hand. His handshake is unexpectedly firm, considering how frail his hand appeared. So what can I help you with, Eros? Can you patch me up now? What can you tell me about this community? What is there to say? We've been here ever since the junkyard incident, taking care of each other in our misfortune. We stay out of everyone's way and forage and hunt on the nearby pieces of land. As meager as it is, at least we can call ours in a way. So they're kind of like the ghouls from Fallout. Because not all ghouls are feral, so the same happens here. But whereas ghouls are kind of like brushed away in Fallout 1 because of the radiation, here is an entirely deeper story with the mutagens and everything, so it's more carefully constructed and it has a lot of layers on top of it. Ghouls, on the other hand, they're kind of this. I feel like ghouls have always been one-dimensional in Fallout. Well, probably not in Fallout 1 and 2, but in the other Fallouts, they don't have so much depth to them, unlike here. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Maybe I'm misjudging, but still. The natives and pirates don't bother you. The native serpentines never. The pirates depends. We've had sporadic interactions with various crews in the past, but they always leave us alone in the end. The only unaffected we've ever had good relationships with is the ferryman. Why this place? Oh, we didn't exactly choose the place. Who chose it? There is this person who helped us. I'd rather avoid revealing his identity, but he found a group of us after the incident and helped us. We had acquired boats, but had nowhere to go. He had brought a few other affected a few times before that, so this place had already been set up to a degree. The Serpentines were fewer in numbers back then, and the pirates were non-existent. The affected have been coming here ever since in small groups. Tell me about yourself. I'm a doctor of medicine, have been for most of my life. I had arrived in the junkyard a few months prior to the incidents to treat people of some rare and quite dangerous fungal infection. It caused paralysis. He glances away for a moment, both of his eyes filled with different kind of sadness. Oh man. I had an assistant, Lucille, extraordinary girl, yes. We got separated during the incident and she didn't survive. How do you know? I know. Tell me about Frank. Frank's unique. He's only proper mutant we've ever had, and he's been with us for how many? 6 or 7 years already? Never killed anyone? Dear no. Never vomited acid all over the place? A few times, but he never hurt anyone. Never threatened this place and threw debris at anyone? Please, your reservations are justified, I understand, but Frank is an anomaly. He is not aggressive, he can behave, he can learn, he is rather social, but his condition, one can even have a conversation with him. A short and simple one, albeit, but conversation nonetheless. He does get irritated when hungry, but considering he'll eat anything that fits He chuckles, excuse me, considering that he's easy to please. Oh. I won't deny there is always a risk, but on the other hand, he is incredibly useful due to his strength. He is difficult to persuade to do anything, incredibly stubborn, but if you put him with people they are working on something, he'll simply join in on his own and help. And then he's easy to direct to work with. Just keep him well fed. He half smiles, just that. Ah, what can you tell me about the ferryman? He's a scavenger. He has a large ferry with a crane, which he uses to bring out various submerged items, sails all over the Black Sea, with apparent impunity, as neither the Serpentines nor the pirates disturb him. I can understand the pirates, but how come the natives leave him alone? That I do not know. He is an occasional visitor that trades with us. The things he scavenged, tools, items, materials, those kinds of things. He docks at the southern part of the island where Eustace and a few others meet him and unload the goods. That's it. I've spoken to him only a few occasions and only briefly. Wise, capable man. But Eustace will most certainly be able to tell you more. I wanted to ask you about your life here. Or better yet, why we still struggle with life, with our condition. Sorry, but I could sense the question coming. In some, it is simply a matter of basic instinct despite the misery. Those who did not want to go on perished a long time ago. You can think of muties as people with an extraordinarily strong urge to live. I think I'm still hoping for a cure. I have neither the condition nor knowledge to discover it myself, but perhaps someone out there does and will. Oh, that's quite interesting. Although, I don't know if they could ever reverse the degree of the mutation, but who knows? This is a futuristic world, so the technology could be developed. As we have seen, the Northern Underrail is more advanced technologically than the South Underrail. Or perhaps the South Underrail does not utilize technology that is around to develop it better because it's too divided, unlike the Northern Underrail. Perhaps. I don't know yet. It's hard to say. There was something else I wanted to talk about. I had some medical questions. Go ahead. I need to speak to you about certain medical supplies. I would like to speak with you about how mutagen affects people, both in a physical and psychological sense. Do you have any medication or equipment I could purchase? There was something else I wanted to talk about. Okay, let's go with the second option. I'm curious. Both halves of his face are still. Are you sure you want to know? Bring it on. I'm sure. Very well. He half smiled. What would you like to discuss first? Physical or psychological consequences? Physical. Very well. First, he sighs. First of all, a mutagen is a chemical agent that changes the genetic material of an organism. It changes its DNA, thus affecting growth, development, and functionality of that organism. The name of that specific mutagen that has been used on us, I do not know. But I know its original purpose that I will explain later. I have a strong reason to believe it was one of the D series of mutagens, if not D5 specifically. Interesting. What are these reasons? I have had the opportunity to handle them. I see. Well, I'm sure you're probably right. Anyway, what I wanted to say was that the level of exposure dictates the severity of the mutation. at least with that type of mutagen, but the first symptoms appear to be universal: nausea, vomiting, chest and abdominal pain, skin irritation. All of these appear to be reactions of the chemical itself and have little to do with the mutation yet. That being said, the mutation occurs rapidly, changing the affected person completely within days, hours, and in most extreme cases, even minutes. The potency of the mutagen is so great that inhaling or ingesting even a small amount of the particles is enough to produce severe consequences. The muties, if you're going by the colloquial denominations, are the product of a rather indirect exposure of the mutagen and retain most of their cognitive functions. Mutants have inhaled or ingested the gas in larger quantities and are almost universally highly aggressive and difficult to socialize, but there are exceptions like our Frank. Extreme levels of exposure usually results in death, but there are cases where the affected survive. What happened to them in those circumstances depends on many factors: genetic predisposition, possible augmentations, environmental effects like temperature and humidity, chance. Yeah, now that I think about what was his name? The guy from the Oculus. Uh, I can't remember his name. Yeah, you know the one that was affected. So apparently that guy has heavily augmented himself to slow the spread of the infection, probably. So if you understand that, I would like to move on to the specifics of the mutation. If you're still on board, I am. Actually, I would like to hear more about the physiological consequences. No, it's enough. I've already mentioned the first symptoms of the mutation. Well, different people at different exposure levels will experience different mutations. However, some things are universal. As you've seen, all of us have suffered dermal tumorigene- tumorigenesis, formations of skin tumors. What is not so obvious, perhaps, is pulmonary tumorigenesis, lung tumors. Biology. I've noticed that mutants tend to have a lot of tumors on their back, and these protruding lung tumors are these skin tumors. Good catch. That is, in fact, a bit of both. The tumorous lung tissue can expand to the point where it breaks the skin. All tumors' growth is identical, external and internal, so it's difficult to discern what is what. The tumors themselves are composed of mostly solid tissue filled with a mixture of fluids. Before I continue, I would like to mention that no matter the severity of the mutation, most of the affected develop resistance to acid, both to external and internal exposure. Those who don't disintegrate because upon mutation the body begins producing much stronger acids than normally and has to be able to resist it. He shows you the tumor on the right arm, drawing his finger across it. The tumors have a thin outer membrane, and if that is perforated, the fluid will leak out. But the membrane will heal and the tumor will refill after some time. If mutants and affected canines, for example, that fluid is mostly a kind of acid, I think is similar but stronger than the hydrochloric acid, a gastric acid. I'm no chemist, so I cannot really confirm it, but considering it is produced by mutated parietal cells, which produce a gastric acid, I think that's a plausible explanation. Chemistry. The strongest chlorine acid is per perclo perchloric acid, which is like a hydrochloric acid, but with 4 extra oxygen atoms, which is true in chemistry, in real chemistry. It is mostly found in aqueons form and is a superacid. However, I don't think that is the acid in question, as chlorine can't have a higher oxidation state than that. So I doubt there is a stronger version of it. I could be wrong though. I'll have to trust you on that. In any case, it's a strong acid, whatever it may be. My hypothesis is that such extreme acid secretion is linked to the biosynthesis of amino and nucleic acids in the body of the affected. The very building blocks of DNA, our life, this is where the purpose of the mutagen I mentioned earlier comes in. All affected, no matter the severity of the mutation, live to be very, very old. So it also, this is why they constantly wheeze, because of the tumors on their lungs, but in concordance with everything else that is happening within the body, the way the DNA has been mutated, it also prolongs their lifespans. I am 137 years of age. Okay. So 170. So 170 years ago, the mutation in Junkyard happened? That's interesting. And what's interesting is the fact, well, they don't say when they got here, so it's not 170 years ago, clearly, but still. I haven't changed significantly since the mutation. Our cells have amazing abilities to regenerate, to repair their DNA, but we always regenerate to the unhealthy state we're in, which is dictated by our genetic makeup, warped by the mutation. Whoever designed the mutagen wanted to freeze those who were affected by it in time, to provide a long, if not eternal life. Even though the mutagen is a success in that regard, the side effects are abominable. So basically, they wanted to create the humans infected with the mutagen to regenerate if they were hurt. But in this case, the side effect, as he said, transforms them into mutants, so that's not favorable. But then we have Wheat, who did survive and probably is recovering very easily after a combat. I already mentioned the decline of cognitive abilities, tumorogenesis, various pulmonary problems. There are many more, like sterility. It would take a long time to go through all of them, so they cannot reproduce. I hope you've received an adequate answer to your question. I would like to know more about the physiological effects now. Very well, I remember the moment of my mutation clearly. I have forgotten many things about my past. Some memories are hazy while others are completely gone. But this one, it will stay with me for as long as I live. I was one of the rare ones who have suffered very little change to my cognitive abilities. Very little. Most were not so lucky. But we all felt something specific occurring. Abrams is the guy from the Oculus, I just remember. Maybe he was the overseer there, who knows? I mean, the guy who was in charge. And because he is very knowledgeable. But we all felt something specific occurring in our mind. Something I found to be universal among all who were able to give me a sane answer. That our minds felt like they were being separated from our bodies. Interesting. The feeling, it is difficult to describe. Imagine that something is plucking your brain straight out of your skull, lifting it away from your body in a nauseating, spiraling motion. And imagine your memories falling out during this extraction. And as nerves connecting to your sensory organs sever, your experience hallucinations, which can range from mild to most extreme, spanning all your lost senses. These hallucinations reach their peak at the exact moment your mind finally disconnects and becomes a separate entity through which emotions race with schizophrenic fevers. No, fervor, sorry. But then it sinks back in. Your mind is calm again, spiraling motion. You feel whole again, but everything you experienced during the mutation becomes a part of your memory. That can never be erased. I often dream about it, about the spiraling disconnecting of my mind from my body, but some individuals dream about it every night. Some go mad. For me, this was the only major psychological consequence of the mutation. Of course, physical problems produce negative effects on your psyche, but once you learn to live with your defects and accept your fate, you can achieve a relatively stable mental state. Relatively. What kind of hallucination are we talking about exactly? You feel things don't exist with body parts you don't possess. You observe things from angles you cannot normally achieve. You hear invading voices in your head. You taste things far away from you. You can smell things from within. And sometimes the senses mix and you can taste images and smell sounds. Wow. That's freaky. Fortunately, mine weren't too severe, too traumatic. They were merely mild visuals and auditory distortions. But I've spoken to others who have spoken to others. He bows, he said. I remember the story of a man who saw his own eyes during the mutation. He went insane. All he could talk about was watching his own mind through eyes that couldn't blink. He repeated that over and over again, even as he was bludgeoning every living thing in his path to death. What happened to him? His brother, who told me about it, had to put him down out of his misery. It happened many years ago, and the brother is no longer among the living as well. I want to know more about these extreme cases. There was a man, I cannot remember what his name was. He was powerful psionic, had spent years training, honing his psionic abilities before he was affected. Wow! Just like everyone else, he also experienced disconnection of his mind. However, due to his psionic potential, he wasn't merely a passive observer. He was exposed to a very large amount of mutagen. One that would easily turn normal men into lumbering, mindless beasts. Yet, he was able to fight the mutation that ravaged his body from above, as he described it. He could see himself clearly what he was changing into, so he used his psionic abilities to influence what happened to him and around him. Oh. This goes into the metaphysics part. So basically, as we have seen, I would connect these hallucinations to the void in the sense that the psyche or the psionic of the world might influence them in that moment because they become so vulnerable. So it's possible that you could use the power of the void through psionics to alter your body. Who knows? The mutation elevated his abilities to for some reason. As a metathermics expert, he quickly found himself orbited by fire and ice. From his metametric whirlwind, he pulled the elements in order to freeze himself, to burn himself as well as everything around him while battling against the mutagen. Whoa! And? Well, he obviously survived, but his actions were far more surgically precise. When his mind settled back into his body, he looked around with it being unweighted desolation. And his body, while not as tumorous or deformed as it should have been, was irreparably damaged as well. He treated one kind of disfigurement for another. It was necessary choice, he said, and having seen both him and the other who have suffered roughly similar level of exposure, I can only agree. His psionic abilities were depleted after the event, and it would take many years before he was able to use them, if only in their weakest form. It was a price he was willing to pay, and besides, his lifespan was prolonged. He can relearn everything. That's true, actually. Where is this man now? Roaming the world. I would like to take a break now and talk about something else. I'm curious about this guy. That's interesting. Very well. What can you tell me about the community? I have some medical. Oh no, sorry. Do you have any medical equipment? No, obviously there was something else. Okay, let's talk about. I need to speak to you about the certain medical supplies. Very well, what is it about? IHS Incorporated would like to donate some medical supplies to your community. Weasley sent me here in order to learn what kind of medication you need. Donate. Very well, very well. Where do I start? We need everything, really. Basic medical instruments, proper dressing equipment, analgesics, that's painkillers, antiseptics, cytotoxic agents. If you would like, I could write it all down for you. Anything you could supply us with will be mostly appreciated. It will. We are fortunate enough to suffer low mortality rates from illness, which are highly dangerous to the unaffected, but in turn we suffer with every breath we take. Our needs are different, which may be a good thing. I will write everything down and I will rank it properly. The doctor soon hands you a densely written piece of paper there. I know it's a lot, whatever you can spare will help us. I will contact the base and see what I can do, but I had some other questions. I'll let you know as soon as possible. Okay, we've learned quite a lot of information from this guy. Let's go upstairs. We'll go and get them the medicine before anything else. Probably we're gonna need to talk to Dr. Savage. See if we can contact him. Select channel, professor. Where is the doctor? Dr. Savage. Savage speaking. Dog, the muties want some of our medicine in exchange for letting me search for the microchip implant. I have a list of medication they need. Over. He answers with a delay. Does Chief know about this? Persuade. No, but you tell him that unless I appease the muties somehow, their island's going to turn into a war zone and he's never going to get that implant. He sighs. I see your point. Silence. Alright. Read me the list. They need reads the list. You wait for the dog response after reading him from the list. That's quite a list. Yes, I'm short on time, you know. Can't we spare at least something? You do realize that I'm going out of our actual supplies, not Union resources, or I don't know what you have here in Southern Underrail. This will affect us. More for them means less for us. Well, when you put it this way, so there is no other option. I can't give them everything they need. That's just ludicrous. I'll check my inventory and see what I can do. Thanks. Can someone bring it over? Yes, I'll send someone over. He sighs. Savage out. Wait for the supplies to arrive. Fan-freaking-tastic, isn't it? We don't have to travel all the way there. It's like chef kiss. The medicine has arrived. Thank you. Thank you very much. I had some medical questions. Do you have any medical or medical equipment I could purchase? All we have is the medication you donated to us, for which we are thankful, and we're going to need it all. Sorry. Fair enough. So we have sorted one quest from the far. Let's go talk to this guy. This guy is gonna be cool. Eustace, you see a dried up, wiry mutie with noticeably bulging eyes. He is quick to inspect you, but slow to respond, and does so with reservations. What do you want? The last word of the question is accented by scent most resembling that of a fermented fish. He continues. Need, what do you need? Who are you? Eustace, you? Eros, nice to meet you. Yeah. What do you do around here? Stuff. I do a lot of stuff. He observes you, continues soon after. Hunting. He pauses. Making traps, bolts. Another pause. If you're looking for someone to trade with, then you're talking to the right mutie. He almost smiles. Oh, I got some hunting gear and leather if you're interested. Show me what you got. Yeah, thanks for that. Sniff. Did what you did for us. I've got extra items I could sell you. I wasn't planning on. Wanna see? Sure. What the hell are these? Spear, bolt, machete, broadband bolt. But he has some great siphoners. These are bigger siphoners. That's all. Caviars. Yeah, nice, nice, nice. So, what can you tell me about the ferryman? The old gentleman, Sniff, sells the sea, the scavengers, and scavenging for stuff. He trades with us some of it. Yeah, he's kind to us. Anything else you can tell me about him? Sure. He hesitates for a second, his eyes darting across the room. Such rapid movement gives them an odd floating appearance, as though they are two lubricated balls moving freely in their sockets. He's alone out there, you know, all by himself, and he's got lots of time to think about life, the world, existence. Tell me more. Well, I can't grasp a lot of what he says. He doesn't talk often, but it often's concerned with the decline of everything, really. Civilizations, value, people. The world has already been like this. It's just that the people remember the good things in the past and compare it to the wholesome wholeness of the present. It is his idea about why all those things are like that. That's confusing. Open space above the ceiling, traveling down, irrelevance of time. It's too much for poor Eustace. So he can't understand everything, but still, he talks to him. What kind of things do the ferryman brings for trade? To us, meat, mushrooms, hides, materials, but he also finds pretty and old things. Example, one time he had this rock thing. One side was a rock, the other was a crystal. Small thingy. He wouldn't trade it though. I just saw him look at it, sorry. He finds other things as well, like ancient jewelry, pretty pieces of statues and art. Do you know the ferryman's sailing route? So. He has a fairly regular route. I guess it's better than nothing. Starting with our place, his next stop is usually the Pirates Bay, then he sails north again. I think he mentioned the northeastern waters a couple of times. Then he comes back here again and again. So in the marsh, that's what the northeastern is. So he has 4 points. Any points of interest nearby? There are a few places, like Siphoner's Pool, the Hopper Island. Also, there are hoppers here. Red Line, although that ain't quite so near. Tell me about the Siphoner's Pools. Just west of here, it's a small cave. The Siphoner and spawning like crazy there, because it's rich in fish, especially if you're venturing further in. We rarely go deep, because the greater Siphoners, tough critters. Hopper Island, tell me more about it. It's north of here. Not much of surface, but there's a creeper nest underneath. Pirates of old used to stash loot there before the buggers move in. The jetters visit it, so there's gotta be something still there. We don't go there all that often anymore. He scratches a wrinkly patch of his head. Rarely after the incident. What incident? Well, once the buggers came, we started hunting hoppers. In groups, we always had a spotter, sniff, to look out for anything coming out of their nest. One time, 5 fingers was the spotter. He had 5 fingers on his hand, plus the thumb. Had 5 fingers on each of his hands. He had 5 fingers in total. 5 in total. Used to be 6 fingers, but that didn't work out. He almost smiles. Anyway, 5 fingers, fell asleep, and got devoured by the buggers. Whoa! Another mutie, Rags. Rags? That sounds familiar for some reason. Ah, no, I confused him with Rag. Got snatched too, as there was no spotter to warn him. All we found of him was an undeployed bear trap. It's because it's too dangerous, so we rarely go there now. And if we do, we bring lots of guns. The red line. He points northeast. There, in the distance, there is a shore. Red because of the red reeds growing on it. That's the red line. And what's behind the red lines? Muties don't go there. But the ferryman does. He told me about what was it? The Fetid Marsh. What do you know about the Fetid Marsh? If memory serves, the ferryman spoke about fall-smelling mist permeating the area. The marsh has venomous buggers living in it. Sometimes the water brings their carcasses all the way here. Ugly buggers. But the honey makes the body feel good, yeah, so they like the honey. What about this island? Nothing much here. Interesting. This used to be a warehouse of some kind. Easy to tell. The only interesting thing is the ground in front of the warehouse that has been slowly sinking for years. It will be completely submerged soon, I reckon. What did you find in the warehouse when you arrived here? Well, it wasn't here in the first settle. I arrived about 6 years ago, so I didn't get to see the warehouse in its original condition. But from the stories I've heard, there are all sorts of things in there, like various mechanical parts, electronic components, tools, materials. The only That's only the top level. No one ever went deeper. Some of this stuff was in bad condition because of moisture corrosion, but what was good was either used in creating the refuge or was traded. Why didn't anyone go there? Well, actually they did, and they didn't come back. There you go. There's something down there for sure. If you stand in the crane shaft, you can hear things moving down there. Crane shaft? Yeah, the crane over there. That room in the corner. Some folks used to sleep near it. He shivers, which causes his eyes to twitch independently and rhythm a few seconds. What do you know about the pirate territory? It's the Pirate Bay. Many generations of pirates have been there in the past. Before they built the walls, you could see the huge battleship, but no more. Now it's nothing but walls and jetters patrolling. That's all you can see. So there is a battleship there. Interesting. Can you tell me about the natives in the native territory? Something about them? The Serpentines rule everything north of here. Unlike the pirates, they ain't got fast-moving jets to chase after you, but they got huge ships made of bone, sniff, and leather. And they got natural predators guarding their waters. Oh. The ferryman has been there. No one else can came along and came back alive. Okay, what about the local wildlife? Serpents rule the sea, crabs rule the sands, siphoners rule the pools, creepers the dark caves. What can you... You have hoppers here? Well, let's go with the creepers first. I'm curious about those. Giant spiders, web weaving buggers, their venom can blind you. That's there's a nest nearby. They move in to eat our hoppers. Huge nests underground. Whoa. What can you tell me about the local siphoners? There are lesser ones and there are greater ones. Pretty much the same thing other than the size. The greater one tastes a bit better though. Oh. Or so they say, told me. I can't taste nothing. Oh, poor guy. These serpentines. Dangerous. They ain't got the taste for us, luckily. So they don't linger, sniff around this island. But they love your friends on jets, pirates too. They're fast and got a really nice nasty bite, all of them. Tell me about the crabs. Burrow under the sand, then they burst out and to get ya. The bigger buggers do, the small ones can't hurt you. But the big ones, some can zap ya, and you're dead. And the hoppers? Do you have them here? Oh yeah. He nods wheezingly. They've been brought here a long time ago, cause they're easy to keep, but they kept dying in captivity. It's us, I guess, so we let them inhabit the surrounding lands. They haven't spread far though. Lots of hungry critters around here. Interesting. The monolith at the entrance, what do you know about it? It's been there since we came. Ain't got the faintest what it is. Or what it does. Hear plenty of stories, but I don't know. However, The serpentines, they fear it, scares the crap out of them. How come? They avoid it like leprosy. Even cover their eyes as to not look at it. And if the currents bring their boats close, they start frantically rowing back. You can just see it frantically, yeah. So they're afraid of something there. We should investigate later. Can you tell me something, something? Ah, you don't have anything. Oh, I actually want this. And that should be enough. Okay, let's go talk one more time with the boss. Or actually, let's see if this guy has anything else to say. Yeah, arrows. Oh, they already are befriending me. We can lower ourselves this way, but we already have the entrance. Let's see if this guy is happy that we pulled through. What is it? You don't seem. Why did you come from? How did you get here? We're always the leader. Life here. What can you... Okay. What can you tell me about the serpentines? Any... And why do you call them like that? What can you tell me about the serpentines? Yeah, we haven't talked about that. They are tribal people and they inhabited long before we came. Oh, I think I did ask about this. They worship the serpent, make themselves appear in their image, though body modifications are ritual. Yeah, we read about this. Okie dokie. So now all we have to do is go talk to this guy and pleasantly ask him to let us through. I guess you ain't bad after all. So now we can go through. I think this door will open. And we can use the elevator. Let's do a hardcore save over here. And we'll continue in the next episode. I'm gonna do the third part. Surface loading bay. Oh, we can't go there, it's probably broken. But nothing happens. So this is the storage where we are. Primary storage and power. So we're going one level down. Basically, if we go with the chain, we just end up here. But we shall continue from here next time. But really amazing architecture and stuff, so it's gonna be a fun trip. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed this. And stay awesome. Catch you next time. Bye, 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 bye.